What is 0 times 6?
Zero times 6 equals 0.
What is 1 times 4?
One times 4 equals 4.
What is 3 times 10?
Three times 10 equals 30.
What is 4 times 5?
Four times 5 equals 20.
What is 1 times 10?
One times 10 equals 10.
What is 8 times 5?
Eight times 5 equals 40.
What is 11 times 5?
Eleven times 5 equals 55.
What is 9 times 0?
Nine times 0 equals 0.
What is 2 times 12?
Two times 12 equals 24.
What is 7 times 1?
Seven times 1 equals 7.
What is 2 times 11?
Two times 11 equals 22.
What is 3 times 12?
Three times 12 equals 36.
What is 5 times 10?
5 times 10 equals 50.
What is 11 times 7?
11 times 7 equals 77.
What is 10 times 11?
10 times 11 equals 110.
What is 11 times 12?
11 times 12 equals 132.
What is 12 times 5?
12 times 5 equals 60.
What is 4 times 10?
4 times 10 equals 40.
What is 8 times 10?
8 times 10 equals 80.
What is 9 times 3?
9 times 3 equals 27.
What is 9 times 2?
9 times 2 equals 18.
What is 5 times 6?
5 times 6 equals 30.
What is 3 times 9?
3 times 9 equals 27.
What is 12 times 4?
12 times 4 equals 48.
What is 6 times 9?
6 times 9 equals 54.
What is 1 times 11?
One times 11 equals 11.
What is 11 times 1?
Eleven times 1 equals 11.
What is 5 times 0?
Five times 0 equals 0.
What is 9 times 10?
Nine times 10 equals 90.
What is 7 times 11?
Seven times 11 equals 77.
What is 7 times 4?
Seven times 4 equals 28.
What is 12 times 8?
Twelve times 8 equals 96.
What is 12 times 10?
Twelve times 10 equals 120.
What is 11 times 11?
Eleven times 11 equals 121.
What is 12 times 12?
Twelve times 12 equals 144.
What is 5 times 1?
Five times 1 equals 5.
What is 9 times 1?
Nine times 1 equals 9.
What is 12 times 3?
12 times 3 equals 36.
What is 1 times 7?
One times 7 equals 7.
What is 0 times 0?
Zero times 0 equals 0.
What is 10 times 3?
Ten times 3 equals 30.
What is 0 times 8?
Zero times 8 equals 0.
What is 4 times 7?
Four times 7 equals 28.
What is 0 times 4?
Zero times 4 equals 0.
What is 1 times 8?
One times 8 equals 8.
What is 0 times 3?
Zero times 3 equals 0.
What is 3 times 4?
Three times 4 equals 12.
What is 2 times 0?
Two times 0 equals 0.
What is 1 times 3?
One times 3 equals 3.
What is 7 times 2?
Seven times 2 equals 14.
What is 10 times 5?
Ten times 5 equals 50.
What is 8 times 0?
Eight times 0 equals 0.
What is 11 times 0?
Eleven times 0 equals 0.
What is 7 times 6?
Seven times 6 equals 42.
What is 10 times 0?
Ten times 0 equals 0.
What is 0 times 1?
Zero times 1 equals 0.
What is 10 times 2?
Ten times 2 equals 20.
What is 1 times 12?
One times 12 equals 12.
What is 2 times 4?
Two times 4 equals 8.
What is 7 times 3?
Seven times 3 equals 21.
What is 4 times 2?
Four times 2 equals 8.
What is 5 times 9?
Five times 9 equals 45.
What is 6 times 3?
6 times 3 equals 18.
What is 5 times 11?
Five times 11 equals 55.
What is 9 times 11?
Nine times 11 equals 99.
What is 4 times 6?
Four times 6 equals 24.
What is 0 times 10?
Zero times 10 equals 0.
What is 7 times 12?
Seven times 12 equals 84.
What is 3 times 5?
Three times 5 equals 15.
What is 11 times 6?
Eleven times 6 equals 66.
What is 3 times 11?
Three times 11 equals 33.
What is 2 times 2?
Two times 2 equals 4.
What is 12 times 11?
Twelve times 11 equals 132.
What is 8 times 9?
Eight times 9 equals 72.
What is 10 times 9?
Ten times 9 equals 90.
What is 2 times 10?
Two times 10 equals 20.
What is 4 times 3?
Four times 3 equals 12.
What is 4 times 0?
Four times 0 equals 0.
What is 2 times 9?
Two times 9 equals 18.
What is 11 times 4?
Eleven times 4 equals 44.
What is 1 times 6?
One times 6 equals 6.
What is 10 times 12?
Ten times 12 equals 120.
What is 0 times 12?
Zero times 12 equals 0.
What is 8 times 11?
Eight times 11 equals 88.
What is 7 times 5?
Seven times 5 equals 35.
What is 8 times 7?
Eight times 7 equals 56.
What is 0 times 11?
Zero times 11 equals 0.
What is 0 times 2?
0 times 2 equals 0.
What is 12 times 1?
12 times 1 equals 12.
What is 5 times 3?
5 times 3 equals 15.
What is 7 times 8?
7 times 8 equals 56.
What is 2 times 1?
2 times 1 equals 2.
What is 3 times 1?
3 times 1 equals 3.
What is 5 times 12?
5 times 12 equals 60.
What is 9 times 5?
9 times 5 equals 45.
What is 9 times 4?
9 times 4 equals 36.
What is 12 times 2?
12 times 2 equals 24.
What is 11 times 8?
11 times 8 equals 88.
What is 9 times 6?
Nine times 6 equals 54.
What is 6 times 4?
Six times 4 equals 24.
What is 8 times 12?
8 times 12 equals 96.
What is 1 times 5?
1 times 5 equals 5.
What is 3 times 2?
3 times 2 equals 6.
What is 5 times 8?
5 times 8 equals 40.
What is 6 times 7?
6 times 7 equals 42.
What is 4 times 9?
4 times 9 equals 36.
What is 6 times 0?
6 times 0 equals 0.
What is 2 times 5?
2 times 5 equals 10.
What is 6 times 11?
6 times 11 equals 66.
What is 5 times 5?
5 times 5 equals 25.
What is 1 times 9?
1 times 9 equals 9.
What is 0 times 7?
0 times 7 equals 0.
What is 11 times 9?
11 times 9 equals 99.
What is 9 times 9?
Nine times 9 equals 81.
What is 5 times 2?
Five times 2 equals 10.
What is 5 times 7?
Five times 7 equals 35.
What is 8 times 4?
Eight times 4 equals 32.
What is 3 times 7?
Three times 7 equals 21.
What is 3 times 8?
Three times 8 equals 24.
What is 3 times 0?
Three times 0 equals 0.
What is 12 times 0?
Twelve times 0 equals 0.
What is 12 times 6?
Twelve times 6 equals 72.
What is 2 times 8?
Two times 8 equals 16.
What is 8 times 2?
Eight times 2 equals 16.
What is 4 times 1?
Four times 1 equals 4.
What is 6 times 2?
Six times 2 equals 12.
What is 9 times 12?
Nine times 12 equals 108.
What is 6 times 12?
Six times 12 equals 72.
What is 8 times 6?
Eight times 6 equals 48.
What is 3 times 6?
Three times 6 equals 18.
What is 8 times 1?
Eight times 1 equals 8.
What is 7 times 10?
Seven times 10 equals 70.
What is 7 times 7?
Seven times 7 equals 49.
What is 11 times 10?
11 times 10 equals 110.
What is 10 times 10?
10 times 10 equals 100.
What is 9 times 8?
Nine times 8 equals 72.
What is 2 times 6?
Two times 6 equals 12.
What is 5 times 4?
5 times 4 equals 20.
What is 2 times 3?
2 times 3 equals 6.
What is 10 times 7?
10 times 7 equals 70.
What is 6 times 1?
6 times 1 equals 6.
What is 7 times 9?
7 times 9 equals 63.
What is 1 times 2?
1 times 2 equals 2.
What is 3 times 3?
3 times 3 equals 9.
What is 6 times 6?
6 times 6 equals 36.
What is 12 times 9?
12 times 9 equals 108.
What is 11 times 3?
11 times 3 equals 33.
What is 10 times 8?
10 times 8 equals 80.
What is 8 times 8?
8 times 8 equals 64.
What is 4 times 12?
Four times 12 equals 48.
What is 0 times 9?
Zero times 9 equals 0.
What is 6 times 8?
Six times 8 equals 48.
What is 6 times 10?
Six times 10 equals 60.
What is 2 times 7?
Two times 7 equals 14.
What is 1 times 1?
One times 1 equals 1.
What is 9 times 7?
Nine times 7 equals 63.
What is 10 times 1?
Ten times 1 equals 10.
What is 4 times 8?
Four times 8 equals 32.
What is 4 times 11?
Four times 11 equals 44.
What is 6 times 5?
Six times 5 equals 30.
What is 11 times 2?
Eleven times 2 equals 22.
What is 4 times 4?
Four times 4 equals 16.
What is 0 times 5?
0 times 5 equals 0.
What is 1 times 0?
One times 0 equals 0.
What is 10 times 4?
Ten times 4 equals 40.
What is 7 times 0?
Seven times 0 equals 0.
What is 12 times 7?
Twelve times 7 equals 84.
What is 10 times 6?
Ten times 6 equals 60.
What is 8 times 3?
Eight times 3 equals 24.